Hey, what it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ, and today we back with another lit video, man. As you can see, man, we in the confessional here at Steady Eddi, man. Steady Eddi out here in Norman, Oklahoma, man. So if you in the college town, you just leaving the game, and you need to stop by and get your medicinal, man, just pull up. Where we at?
136 Hal Muldrow Boulevard, right off of Main Street.
Right off of Main Street, you hear me? All right, so man, yeah. Got the shirts, man. I might have to look for one. You know what I'm saying? Hey, check me out, though. I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute. Go and check out this video.
It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ, and today we are back with another lit video. Yes, of course, we in the confessional, and this is prison talk. Man, it's been a while since I did some prison talk, some actual prison talk, like telling y'all an actual story from prison. Now, if you can see by the title, we talking about Roger Sissy Ramirez. This has to be the funniest character I ever met in prison, and I was surprised that I can still remember this fool's name, but I'm going to tell you why I remember this fool's name, because there's two reasons why I remember this fool's name. Because I actually knew Roger from the outside world. That is right. I knew this motherfucker. And I've had dinner at this person's house. I've hung out with this person, and I thought it was the weirdest freaking thing ever. But then it was normal. And this, I'm gonna tell y'all, I was a young kid, and I learned very early that people are people. And when you're doing business, it doesn't matter who you're doing business with as long as the business is good. So you can be white, black, gay, straight, whatever. If you're doing business and you're doing good business, people gonna mess with you regardless of what you like or what you into, you know what I'm saying? So let's get started. I'm gonna tell y'all about how I met Roger Sissy Ramirez, and then how I met back up with Roger in the county, and then I'll tell you about Roger now doing time. Okay? So let's get into it. If you made it this far, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this video. After you figure out that you like this video, go and give it a thumbs up. Let's get them thumbs up to maybe 100 on this video, man. Show some love to the boy Roger, you know what I'm saying? He gonna need it, because I'm pretty sure he probably gonna see this. So Roger, I met Roger back in 2006, I believe. I believe it was about 2005, or maybe 2004. It was a long time ago. And Roger, I met Roger at Walmart. I was with my homeboy, I ain't gonna say his name, but I was with him, and then as I'm checking out, I pull out some money, and I noticed Roger because of the way Roger was dressed, and I was like, that's a man, because it was either a man or a very ugly woman. And paid no mind to him, whatever, bought my stuff. We was walking out. As we was walking out, somebody runs up to us, hey. And we like, what up? Did we leave something? We thinking we left something, because it's the motherfucker just from the cash register. So, I was like, what's up? What's going on? He was like, hey, do y'all got any stuff? And I was like, no. We ain't got nothing. I was like, man, this nigga weird. And I was like, nah, you don't just walk up on people and ask stuff like that. Why do we look like we selling drugs? Do we look like we sell drugs? And Roger was like, yeah, I mean, you got a pocket full of money, and you wearing I was wearing a wife beater. Like I was dressed like I didn't have a job. So this motherfucker assumed I was selling drugs, and I mean, he might have been a little right. But anyway, he was like, hey, let me give you my card. I want to do some business with you. And I was like, all right. So I took his card, and I think a few days had went by, right? Some time had went by, and I think my friend had got locked up, so I was like, man, I need to get something. I need to re-up or whatever. And so my partner was like, man, did you talk to that girl? The girl boy? We was like, the girl boy. You know, back then you could say stuff and it really didn't make a difference. Now you got to watch what you say. So the cross-dresser, I was like, man, I ain't never hit that motherfucker up. So he's like, man, hit him up and see what he talking about. Because right at this point, we didn't have nothing. And I was staying at his baby mama's, my friend's baby mama's house, helping her out. But because my spot was hot. Because there's a lot of stuff that was going on at the time that made everybody's spot hot. And so I was like, fuck it, let me hit that person up. So I hit him up. Roger said, you know, answered the phone, hello, like, you know, and I was like, hey, this is PJ. I met you at the Walmart. He was like, oh, okay. Well, come to my house. We having dinner tonight. I was like, shit, all right, I guess. Just send me the address. And I was like, damn, I done got this far. Like, there's no turning back at this point. Like, I think my homeboy done set me up to go have a date with a dude. He told me to call, and I'm like, bro. And I'm like, man, all right, I'll let you know what happens. But, you know, keep it tight. I was trying to keep my asshole tight that night. So I get out to his house. I had to go to the north side of Oklahoma City, which was strange because, you know, I met him in Moore or whatever. And then, so when I went to his house, had a bunch of cars there. So there's people there. I was like, cool, there's people here. I won't be alone. So when I got into the house, it was a bunch of different people. Like, it was one other black guy. He was cool. You know what I'm saying? We chopped it up. But it was men, women, boys, and girls. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by boys and girls. Like, boys dressed as girls and girls dressed as boys. So it was like a little party dinner. This motherfucker made a bunch of spaghetti and bread rolls and all type of sides and shit. And then, you know, people sat down, started eating. We was talking, and then they started passing around stuff. So there was drugs being passed around here, guns being passed around here. Roger was like, hey, PJ, let me talk to you, because he didn't talk to everybody else, and now he finally got time for me. So I'm like, damn. Yeah, man, I don't know what you got. So I see you got a lot of, you know, you got a lot of stuff you doing. What can I get from you? And, you know, Roger told me, he was like, hey, I got these guns. I got guns for the low. Like, I don't know if you want to sell guns. I was like, sell guns? Man, yeah, I'll sell some guns. Let me see what it's like selling guns. Because I done sold drugs. Drugs is fine, but, you know, I was like, let me try some guns. So I got some guns. I got a bag of guns. This motherfucker gave me a bag of guns. Said, bring me $1,500. I was like, damn, this is way more than $1,500. I could sell these guns for $200, and man, I can make my shit 10,000 easy. You know what I'm saying? I can make 10,000 easy and bring this mother 1,500. So I was like, cool, this was a lick. So, bam, got the guns, paid for them. I'm out in Moore. This is how I became a gun dealer. Like, everybody knew I had guns. I had so many guns. In fact, that's how I called my gun case, because I just had guns for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So, I had all these guns, and I'm selling them all over the city. I'm scraping off serial numbers and all type of shit, right? So, fast forward to, it's almost time to re-up. I done made so much money off these guns. I'm like, man, this is cold. I can't wait to get some more, right? So, man, I'll be damned if I'm over at my homeboy's apartment and then they block off the whole, like, we got guns, we got drugs, everything. We go to 7-Eleven that's right by the apartments. If you know where 12th and Eastern is in Moore, Oklahoma, you know where this 7-Eleven is. So we go to the 7-Eleven, the police surround everything, block everything off, block the apartments off, block 7-Eleven. We stuck in 7-Eleven. We like, fuck, what is going on? Then I see Roger. I see Roger walk right in front of me with this blue sequins dress on, like in some high heels. I'm talking about big sparkly Tina Turner's shimmery dress and shit. This motherfucker walked right in front of me with a big bag on, big army bag, and goes into the 7-Eleven and start cussing motherfuckers out. And I'm like, then this motherfucker pulls out a big ass shotgun. And then I'm like, oh shit. I said, hey, that's the dude. That's so I'm telling my partner, this nigga going crazy right now. Then he takes off running into the field in his high heels. I don't know where he goes. He goes into the neighborhood. So I'm like, damn, but I just seen this fool. So I'm calling everybody like, oh man, we ain't gonna have no more guns. This nigga then went AWOL. This nigga over here about to shoot up 7-Eleven. So then he runs into the neighborhood. It's a neighborhood back there. And he breaks into a house, like kicks a door in, takes a family hostage, everything, all right? So as you can see by his picture right here, this is his picture. And let me put up all his charges. This is a list of his charges. Now, let's talk about these charges. This is what he got charged with that day. I was like, Jesus Christ, I seen this motherfucker. All right, so that day, he got charged with kidnapping, 2 counts of kidnapping, burglary in the first degree, robbery or attempted with a dangerous weapon, use an offensive weapon in a felony, pointing a firearm, eluding police, distribution of CDS with the intent, trafficking illegal drugs, distribution of CDS. Let me tell you, he got more. He got about 50K charges from this shit, right? This motherfucker got life in prison. I just looked him up today like, man, what happened to that motherfucker? I wonder if that motherfucker ever got out. This fool got life. This fool ain't never getting out for that shit. And I was just thinking like, damn, man. I was about to say, hey, Roger, what's up? And this motherfucker was on a whole mission. He could have probably killed me. Like, this shit was so crazy. And then, so now I go to jail, right? I go to jail for my case. And guess who in there? Yeah, Sissy in there. So what we call him, Roger. Roger, Sissy, Ramirez, whatever. Everybody call him Sissy. Or Marie, whatever. So Sissy, man, Sissy is a real woman in jail. She doing all the womanly duties, cleaning up, braiding hair, you know what I'm saying? Just all type of weird stuff up in there, but was cool. And then there's these guys called the Flippos. They real popular in the Oklahoma penitentiary system. Well, the brother Flippo, he likes boys. So as soon as he come in and he see Roger Sissy Ramirez in there, boy, he I remember we was in church, and if you ever been to church in Cleveland County Jail, it's this guy that sings, "Oh, fly away." If you know Fly Away, you definitely been to prison, okay? Everybody sing Fly Away up in prison. All right, so anyway, we up in church, and all you hear is, Boy, that Flippo was up there tearing Sissy's ass up. I'm telling you, it was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But anyway, Sissy was a cold motherfucker. He would get everything in jail. His lawyer brought cigarettes and stuff. And since I knew Sissy from the outside, I was like one of his real homies. Sissy never got into no fight, but one time somebody tried him, but they backed off quickly because Sissy, as you can see by the picture, look at the picture. This motherfucker is crazy, okay? Sissy's not to play with. Sissy will fuck you up, all right? And you don't want to get beat up by a girl boy in prison because it's always gonna stick with you. It's gonna stick with you wherever you go. So, man, that's my story about Sissy, and I'm sticking to it, man. Sissy was a cold motherfucker, and man, got life in prison. So I don't know. I ain't gonna reach out to this mother because you know what, it is what it is. But damn, that's crazy. Sissy doing a whole L for that one night. That night I seen him at 7-Eleven. I was like, this nigga in a dress, a sequins dress and high heels, and a big ass shotgun. I was like, damn, this fool crazy, man. So all right, everyday people, man, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.